Hello, everyone, and welcome to Senior Not Stupid. If you're 60, 70, 80, or even beyond, you found your home. This is the place for real, simplified, no-nonsense information that helps us live better, safer, and just plain smarter. All right, let's jump right in. And this right here, this is what we're all about. This is our core philosophy. We've lived a life, we've gathered all this knowledge, and we absolutely deserve information that respects that. You won't find any baby talk here, no condescending tones, just straight talk for people who've, been around the block. Are you tired of being talked down to? I know I am, and that's exactly why we're here. This explainer, and every single one that comes after it, is all about giving you clarity, respect, and advice that you can actually put to use, starting right now. Okay, first up, let's tackle technology. Let's be honest, sometimes it feels like it's designed by 20-year-olds for 20-year-olds, right? But it really doesn't have to be a headache. We're going to talk about how to take back control and make all those gadgets work for you, not the other way around. What I love about this is that it's really about a shift in your mindset. We're all familiar with the stuff on the left, right? The frustration, that fear of tapping the wrong button, that feeling of being left behind. We're moving away from that, over to what I like to call tech freedom. And that just means feeling confident, staying connected, and using these tools on your terms.
And look at how simple that can be. We're not talking about learning to code or anything complicated. We're talking about tiny adjustments you can make in like 30 seconds. Making the font bigger so you can finally read your emails without squinting, or using your voice to send a text. I mean, what a game changer if your hands get a little shaky or stiff sometimes. These small things, they make a huge difference.
And then you hear these buzzwords thrown around everywhere like AI, and it can sound so intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. This is a perfect example of our whole approach. We just cut through the jargon. When you get right down to it, AI is just another tool. And just understanding the basic idea, well, that's the first step to not letting it mystify you.
And when we talk about online security, you know what your superpower is? Simplicity. Seriously, forget all that complex software. Your absolute best defense is just a few good habits. First, create unique passwords, because if one gets stolen, you don't want the crooks getting into everything. Second, question any message that shows up out of the blue and feels urgent. And third, always verify before you click. Just those 3 simple things will stop most hackers dead in their tracks. So let's move on, because this all builds on itself. Protecting ourselves isn't just about what happens on a screen. It's about feeling truly secure in our day-to-day lives, whether we're online or just relaxing in our own homes. Now, I'm not showing you this to scare you. I'm showing you this to prepare you. The reality is, scammers think we're easy targets, maybe because they think we're not as savvy with all their digital tricks. Well, we're here to prove them dead wrong. And knowing what to look for, that's our secret weapon. Think of this as your scam spotting cheat sheet. You see, scammers rely on creating panic. They want you flustered. So if you see any of these red flags, especially that pressure to act right this second, that's when the alarm bell should go off. Oh, and if anyone ever asks you to pay for something with gift cards, it is a 100% guaranteed scam. No questions asked. Just hang up the phone, delete the email. You are in control. They're not. Okay, so now let's bring that same feeling of security right into our homes. Because feeling safe where you live is everything. And thank goodness, it doesn't mean you have to turn your house into a fortress. It's all about simple, smart fixes that give you huge peace of mind. And just look at this list. There is nothing here that's super expensive or complicated. Adding a non-slip mat in the shower is a 5-minute job that can prevent a really serious injury. And putting a brighter bulb in a dark hallway, that's not just for looks. It is one of the single best ways to prevent a dangerous fall. These are just common sense steps for real-world safety. All right, so being safe and secure, that's the foundation. But we don't just want to be safe, do we? We want to thrive. This next part is all about enjoying life to the absolute fullest by focusing on our health, our own personal style, and, so importantly, our connections with other people. This is a question that comes up so often. As life changes, our social circles can sometimes shrink, and it can feel, well, a little daunting to put yourself back out there. But making new friends is not only possible, it is absolutely essential for our happiness and our health. And here's a little roadmap. It's not about luck, it's really a process. Just start with something you already enjoy, find other people who love that same thing, whether it's a local club or an online group, and then take that one small, brave step of being the first to say hello. You would be amazed at how many people are just waiting for someone else to make the first move. It's a formula that just works. And speaking of confidence, let's talk about style for a minute. Fashion isn't about chasing whatever trends are made for teenagers this season. It's about feeling good in your own skin, in your own clothes. It's an expression of who you are right now, with all the incredible wisdom and experience you have. So the whole idea is to build a wardrobe that works for your life. It's so simple. You start with comfortable, quality basics you know you'll wear over and over. Then you bring in your own personality with some great accessories or a splash of color. It's about making smart choices so you feel great, not having a closet crammed with clothes you never even wear. And you know what holds all of this together? Our health. And again, no extremes necessary. We're just talking about simple habits that you can actually stick with. Gentle movement doesn't mean you have to run a marathon. A daily walk after dinner can work wonders for your body and your mind. And a good night's sleep? That's not a luxury. It's non-negotiable for your memory and your energy. These are the real pillars of feeling strong. So as we start to wrap this up, let's bring it all home. From mastering your phone to making new friends, what's the one thing they all have in common? Empowerment. It's all about recognizing that you are capable and taking charge of your world. This right here is the takeaway. This is who we are. We have the wisdom to be smart, we have the knowledge to be safe, and we have the resilience to be strong. Let this be your mantra. Go on, say it with me. Smart, safe, strong. And that is my promise to you. Every single explainer we do here will respect your time and your intelligence. We get right to the good stuff, the useful stuff, because you've got much better things to do than waste your time on a bunch of fluff. So, I'll leave you with this one question. Don't try to do everything all at once, okay? Just pick one thing. Maybe it's creating one new password for your email, or checking the light bulb in your hallway, or maybe just looking up a local garden club online. What's one small step you can take this week to be a little smarter, a little safer, or a little stronger? Remember, you've absolutely got this.